Hey, how are you? I'm finally here. A little later than usual. Here's what happened. Came home from work. Spose was like, let's take the dogs to the dog park. Okay. So we had a good run around. They had some good cuddles. They're adorable. They play with some other pups. Super, super cute. And then it's like, okay, we need dinner. So I had to go get dinner. And here we are, finally here. Hey, how are you? Hey. Yes, I'm rocking a headband because I feel like it. I'm in the mood for headbands lately. Keeps my hair a little more organized, less boing. Because, yeah, this is like a crazy mess, but whatever. Okay, here we are. So tonight's project isn't really thought out very well yet. This was kind of come up with last night on spur of the moment. Is Christmas crafting. Are you ready for Christmas crafting? Are you? Hope so. Oh no, did I just knock off my stuff? Gotta love it when my stuff freezes up. Anyway, so here we are. So I made this last night using scraps and then just, get a concept layout. So the story is I have a customer who wants 11 Christmas cards, okay? Now these 11 cards has to be her size, not my size, which is very, very annoying. So this was a quick draft to figure out a layout, and then from here, I'm going to make this same version, same type of layout again. Hey, Angelique. And then I'm gonna see if I can make it in a bigger size. Now this beautiful blue paper, I only have a little tiny bit of it left. So I was using scraps that a friend had donated, and I've got these beautiful papers. So I might see what works tonight. I don't know. The quest is, can I replicate this in different paper? Maybe. We'll find out. Alright. It's just too bad. That was really nice paper. It's gone. Except that little piece, which I can use for something else. So that is the draft of the night. Alright, so let me find my Christmas papers. I think I have something. Now, the custom size. Let's discuss sizes for a sec before I get totally distracted. Because I'm already getting distracted. Okay. This is, take a moment. So it's 5.5 inches by 4.25. So when you cut cardstock, it's actually 5.5 by 8.5. This is half a sheet of letter size paper. So super easy and great for crafters who love this style of card. Now the card style that this person wants, when it's folded, is 5 by 7. They really like that size. So it makes it a little more challenging because, for example, once I grab it here, Stampin' Up! Papers and other papers. So for example, a lot of this chunk here is 6 by 6. This unfortunately is not going to work with this project. Even though if I want a full piece to kind of go around. So, but this is really cute. And this stuff is not actually Stampin' Up! This is stuff that someone donated. And I'm like, these are beautiful. Okay. So knowing the quest, that section's out. I have these. That looks really nice. Oh, look at that shine to it. So my quest is see if I can use some scraps to kind of come up with something. So I need a ruler. I have a ruler here somewhere. Actually, this board is a ruler. So what's this size? That is 6.5. If I want to do like this, I need 6.75. So that's out. And I think those are all the same size. Let's see. Are these all the same size? Oh, yeah, pretty much. So those are out. Let's continue on. I have this nice piece, which is 6.75. Yes, I have a 6.75. So that might work. And I also have this, which already we're on to something. Woohoo. Okay. So we're going to roll with that. So I'm just going to put the rest of this stuff away for now, because I think those two will do. I feel like I need another red. I've got this piece of something. Actually, we'll use that red somehow in the mix. I don't know what this used to be. Really nice. So, yay! Alright. So, since we can see the theme here is this really nice poinsettia type look. I'm just thinking for a moment. I might have to dig under the table. Because I do have dies, poinsettia dies. That might look really good. Now, this is totally unscripted. I didn't even plan this until I sat down. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. So, bear with me a few minutes. I gotta go find those dies because I think they're gonna really, really work. Let me search around for a few minutes because I gotta dig under the desk. And I'm gonna go, let's flip the screen over for a moment. Give me 5 minutes, guys. The joys of I am not organized. I'm back. I'm back for real. Hey. Alright. So, throwback to anyone who was a 31 consultant or loved 31. This is a Christmas tote that I've had. And I usually throw in here Christmas stuff. I forgot. I gotta look through here sometime. I got a whole bunch of neat stuffs in here. Oh, there she is. There's my poinsettia dies. So back in the day, early demonstrator, I picked up these from another source, and we did a class with this, and this was really, really fun. So I think this is going to work tonight with this style, so we're going to roll with it. Now I do need a cardstock color, which requires me to look around some more. Again, very disorganized. So I'm thinking I got red or green. And of course I have stuff on order, which is not very helpful. I'm feeling green. I think I have a green for this. Let me dig again. Alright, there's a nice green. We're going to roll with it. Alright, so now we can finally get crafting. That shows how unscripted I am. Okay, so this looks like black, but it's actually a really dark green. It's called Evening Evergreen. It's a good Stampin' Up! Old color. I'm like, I have Evening Evergreen. So bring in the paper trimmer. So, as I said at the top, the card size is 7 by 5. So I need to cut 7 by 10. Feels like 2 for some reason. No, it's just 1. Our good cardstock has a really good thickness. So let's cut 10-inch. Once I line up pretty good. Okay, there's 10-inch by 7. There we go. So there is our much bigger card base than normal. And then while I'm here, I need a piece of paper to go inside. We're going to do white. I'm going to cut 4. Actually, no, I'm going to cut this as normal. 5.5. That way this piece can go away. That way I can cut this down. So 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 what I need. There we go. And then this beautiful piece, I want 4 3/4, same size I just cut a moment ago, by 6 3/4. Did I cut that right? I did. Sometimes I question. You know what? That's perfect size. There we go. So we got that for now. And then we'll come back to more cutting in a bit. Let's start to see how this looks. So I've got this beautiful dark green cardstock. Folder in half. Bone folder is here somewhere. And hey everyone, if you're in the Oakville area this Saturday, I will be at the Walton Memorial Church doing a vendor event. So look at the size of the difference of the two cards, eh? Totally different. This is a lot bigger. So, just to kind of show. So the white will go on the inside. We're going to hold off for a little while, because we'll do some stamping. I just haven't decided what I'm doing, what the vision is yet, the wording. I know this person, what kind of wording she wants, but we're going to wait until later. And then on this will go on the front. Oh, you know what? That looks really good with the green. So I like the style I did this already. So we need a couple of things. I want to do the Mary, Mary, Mary again. And what I did was I had 2 blues and 1 purple. So because I've got 2 sets of red, I think 2 and then 1. And I think I'll do the poinsettia in this red as well. So let's get to it. Now the poinsettia pieces, which they do layer, I just want to see the sizing. Problem is, that's going to be super, super tight to that pattern. So, I might have to do the poinsettia on the lighter red. You know what? I am tempted to still do it on this anyway. I just gotta figure out the right orientation here. That might work. Okay. Let's keep that like that. Let's cut this paper and get this die cut. So let's run this through again. What size do I need to cut? So at least 4 inches. Let's say 4 1/4. Because I really like that red. There we go. And this is still great for a future project, actually. Alright, let's do the die cut now before see if we need to modify some more. I'm going to bring in the bigger machine because it's a lot easier. Now, last time I used this die, I really should separate it, the die pieces, but I haven't. So this might be a little hard to use. I might have to roll it through a couple times. And that's okay. So let me grab my plates. I know I'm slightly off camera, but there's a method to my madness. I know you can't really see very well because of the positioning of everything. So I'm going to get this die in place. Here, I'll try to move this up a little better so you can actually see slightly better. Okay, now I'm going to get some painter's tape, which I know is here somewhere. I know where it is. It's right here. I'm going to tape that down because I'm going to try to see if that, hopefully that's not going to move too much. And by the way, Angelique, if you are watching, and I know you have been, you're the only commenter for last week's video, so you win the Thirsty Green LCBO themed birthday card. I'll shoot that in the mail in the near future. Also depends on how this weekend's gonna go. My vendor event. I'm excited. So yeah, if you're in the Oakville area, I'll be at the Bronte Harborfront. I keep saying it wrong. My voice is off. Alright, so I'm ready to roll this through. And here we go. I love doing die cuts. It's a lot of fun. Alright. Oh, this is a tough one. And I grabbed the biggie because of the size of the die. Oh, there we go. So let's pull this out, bring it over, bring it back over here. I'm going to take a peek and see. Did that cut through? It cut through. But you know what? I'm just going to give it another whirl. Just to give it a little more push, if you know what I mean. Because some of the dies, some of the not so great dies, you gotta do it a couple times. Especially the very detailed ones. Alright, let's hope that worked this time. And I did these dies a couple years ago for my first holiday class. Yeah, I think that worked. And I had to do this so many times to punch these out. It was like, oh my god, I'm crazy. I think that worked. I certainly hope so. We'll find out in a short. I'm just going to pack this stuff up. I think at the time I was using the other machine. My other die cut machine. The one that is in storage because it's not the official. Alright. So I'm going to already start poking here. And we should be good to have all these beautiful... See, a little bit of color ain't a bad thing. Now let's hope these come out well. I think so. I think we're good. If not, we'll have to run it through again. I hope not. Okay, that one's in there pretty good. Alright, we should be okay. That's where I'm just working it carefully, kind of reverse way here. Okay, there's that. We'll need that. And then we got worked on all the little teeny tiny pieces. Believe me, that's what took forever a few years ago. But when I looked at this today, I'm like, you know what? This die would work with that picture. Like, I'm all about crafting with what you have, personally. Because over time, we all work up our budgets to be able to acquire what we want to acquire. Speaking of budgets, so another advantage of being a Stampin' Up! Demo is I got to take a preview of the new holiday catalog. There's some goodies in there, and I'm like, oh my god, my bank account's going to be not happy with me. As of every catalog launch soon, there's always great items. Okay, so then let's pop this out. Carefully. I think some of it didn't quite... Oh, good. We're doing good so far. Oh, thank God. Alright. So then, carefully work these out. This is where a pokey stick will do you very well. So, this is good for now, but we'll still need a little bit of that red later. I'm just going to grab this, because Elaine gave this great item. And it's super useful. Okay, there's that one. Now let's get the biggie out. It's coming. It just takes... There we go. So then this die has a couple of little pieces still stuck in there. So take a moment and poke them out, because it makes it easier for when you future cut again later. So we're good. Alrighty. So then now, here's the painful part, is take those two beautiful pattern pieces and you gotta poke them all out. Those little, I could leave them in, but you know what? I'm gonna poke them all out. And careful you don't stab yourself. I'm trying to remember how I did it before. Oh, now I remember. It's coming back to me how I did all this. That's where it helps to take your time, enjoy the process, work them out as best you can. But yeah, we're getting there. And be gentle with it. Try not to break it. So tonight's theme about Scrappy is one of my favorite ways of crafting, is using it whatever it is you got kicking around. For example, this paper was donated paper from Eileen. Not Eileen. Oh my goodness, Elaine. Oh my goodness. Why do I have Eileen in my mind? Anyway, oh my goodness, my brain's fried. So the idea of Scrappy is using recycled papers, whatever you have, using whatever tools you have. Hence, this is a tool that I just keep grabbing lately because it's super easy. Like, the take your pick tool is awesome. It just, sometimes simplicity is nice, if you know what I mean. But let me show the difference, actually. I really should show it. So, this whole contraption, same thing. It's just, it's still really good, too. Like, it's more of a heavier, bulkier feel. Where it depends on your preference, you know. It's all good. Yeah, that works too. I'm just making a little mess of the pieces. So that one's good. Now we got this bigger one. This should go a little easier, maybe. And just gently poke the pieces out that's been cut. They just need a helping hand. And I'm kind of tilting the piece upward, that way as it presses down, the little pieces have somewhere to go. You know, let gravity help it pop out. Just gotta be careful with this step. And part of the Scrappy night tonight is that green cardstock is Evening Evergreen using retired cardstock. So some might beg the question, you know, new holiday catalog coming out. Why look at it if the encouragement is to use what you have for supplies and not look at the catalog? Why even look at the catalog? Well, there's a couple of train of thoughts here. Sometimes, some of us, like me, collects. And then I'm like, I really need to use up this stuff. And then I have Elaine, who donates a whole bunch of great, awesome items. So between the combination of this and that, and my art room gets more cluttered and cluttered, there's a need to actually enjoy the products in the projects. And as well, some of the ideas for what's great about a Scrappy card is, so for example, my customer parent who wants 11 cards, one of the tricky things is I don't know the design of them yet. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to look like, what tools I want to use, what products I want to use. I have absolutely no idea. So what's fun is, even if they're not exactly for that reason, experiment. Hence what this is. This was last night. I looked at a card sketch online for the new catalog. It had kind of somewhat of that layout, but different. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make my own version. And I improvised differently. And tonight is another version of improvising. Until I can get a layout I'm happy with, then I can bang out however many holiday cards I desire. But until then, I don't know yet. But by playing, we gain ideas and insight and inspiration that would prompt me to look at that new catalog again and be like, oh, that project would really look that great with that product, kind of thing. So it's a fun way of just play, experiment. And eventually I'll need more supplies. Definitely cardstock. I do have cardstock on order, actually. I made an order this week. So we had free shipping on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I ordered cardstock because I need a whole whack of it for the holiday season. So I'm also planning on doing some charity items. And I need to get a move on that. So I got a lot to get done in the next couple of months for Christmas. That's why I'm like, you know what? It's Christmas in July. Let's get in Christmas mode. Let's have some fun. My paper pumpkin kit came last week, finally. I'd show it. If I have time, I'll pop it open. I've already crafted with it just to get the feel of it. Because I'm like, I want to craft with it. I waited so long for it. And if you're going to be at the Oakville event, I will have that kit with me if you want to craft with me there with it. That'd be awesome. Alright, so then I'm just giving this a scrape on the back side to help loosen off the last of the pieces. There we go. And then, actually, I have another bag of goodies. Where are you? So if you're like me, again, the whole Scrappy thing, because I'm crazy for scraps, I'm cuckoo for scraps, is I keep a lot of the leftover pieces to use later on. And for some reason I can't find it. Why is it? I can't find a lot of things lately, actually. I'm missing a few things, actually. Alright, let me start this again. Oh, there it is. My goodness. I am so disorganized, friends. Welcome to Chaotic Kitty Week. Alright. Oh my goodness. I am so disorganized tonight. I have not properly cleaned this room. Okay, so I have this already pre-set aside of little tiny pieces of paper scraps. And that little pile here, I'm going to throw it. I could throw it out, but you know what? Let's use it. Because they make really great shaker card ideas, honestly. There, I got most of it. Alright, so take that and just dump it in. It's a little baggie. There, I've got some pieces for a future shaker right there. Because my word of the year is resourceful. And this is a great idea. And my other packet is bigger pieces I need to cut up to eventually throw in there. So there we go. Awesome. Okay, now that was the difficult part. Awesome. I am so thirsty tonight. Dinner was good. We stopped at the grocery store and picked up Sammy's. It was a big sandwich. I actually didn't even finish it all. It's like, oh, I'm full. Alright. So we got that. I'm just cleaning up a bit. So this here, I made this last night. So I need a quick size. 1 inch by 2 inches. I have to remember what it was. It's a paper trimmer. I need 1 inch by 2 inches. So let's do this. So there's 2 inches right there. So let's just down here. Very, very carefully. Lift up for a moment. Reline that back to 1 inch. One inch right there. Pull this mess out and turn over 2 inches, and that will suffice. Now I need 2 more in the lighter red color. So what's cool about this is I can take some scissors and already cut off that excess. That way, I can put that in my packet. The bigger piece packet. Again, another great way of upcycling when you're a creative kitty. And one of these days, when I'm watching a crafting video, when I'm really bored, I will cut these up. That way I will always have pieces for shaker cards. Maybe Christmas shaker cards. Alright, so we got that. So then this piece, I'm just going to do a quick measurement. So that's like 6 3/4 by, 6 3/4. Okay, so 1 inch. by 2-inch and then 2-inch. So 2-inch and another 2 inches. There we go. Done. So that's the majority of that. I'm just taking a moment to think. So let's get these laid out. I know the stamp I want to use, the same stamp Mary. I'm really liking that stamp. So let's get prepared. Now, question of the day. Do I heat emboss? And I very well could. And because this is a customer order, or it may be, it's going to be a good draft. Let's do some heat embossing. So let's get set up for that. Let's take a quick break because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to put it away, and then it's going to be really put away. Paper pumpkin break. This is the newest kit for July. Beautiful, beautiful. So this kit is over. However, if you ever want past kits, if you're an active paper pumpkin, say if you join now for August, when this comes available on the website, you can go back and buy the old kits up until a certain degree. So, and sometimes these go on sale. These have been on sale this week. I think today they were on sale. But I think after today they're not on sale. Anyway, so this was the kit. The color was gray granite for the ink. And then just to quickly look over, these are the beautiful cards that came out of this kit. So if you want to craft one of these, come see me in Oakville this Saturday at the church. At the Walton Memorial Church on Lakeshore by Bronte. I will be there. Alright, so that was that little tidbit because I got to make a little bit of room for heat embossing. Because I have a lot of unnecessary stuff out on the table. And there goes my camera. There goes my camera. No. Alright, let's get back together here. This is not working very well, is it? Okay, I think we're back. Alright. So, speaking of heat embossing, I also need to look through all these stamps and find Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Because this person is very particular about that. So let's have a look-see. That way I can have everything prepared before we start super going here. Because I'm not sure if I have it. I might have it in something else and I'll give it a shot. So this one is open because I have that stamp. I don't have that there. So we have here a bunch of non-Christmas but non-Christmas. We do have wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. You know what? That might do. I'm going to go with that. That way, simple, easy. So these are old paper pumpkin stamps because I've been a subscriber for a few years. They're super useful when it comes to this type of stuff. Okay. So we're going to prepare for heat embossing as I find all my supplies, which are scattered everywhere. So there's my coffee filters. And I'm using clear powder because I think the clear will look really, really good. And I need a dark red. So I gotta find a dark red. That's a good question. And I just put everything away. Okay, let's look for some dark red. I'm gonna look through my box of inks. My paper pumpkin inks. I might have something. I might not. I don't know. I know I've got cherry cobbler put away somewhere. I also have, oh yeah, there's Merry Merlot and cherry cobbler. There we go. So let's pull out the two reds. I'm thinking Merry Merlot actually. I'm not sure how well it's going to work because it's one of my older inks and I don't have a refill for it, so it might not be as effective. Oh my goodness, I gotta clean this room. Seriously, I really gotta clean this room. Alright, put stuff away again. So between the two, I'm just really feeling Merry Merlot. We're gonna try it. So, let's prep every step here. Because this is always so much fun. I know my desk has so many items on it. Alright, I'm going to put these aside over here. Okay, I'm going to grab the heat tool. Make sure that is available instead of scrambling when I need it. Because like I say, I have a very messy desk. Alright. So, reminder about embossing with the clear ink and clear powder and using the colored ink. It's one of these, once you go, you go. And you gotta really, really ink it up. And then, oh yeah, I almost threw it on there. I have a thing for doing that, don't I? And then throw the powder on. Let that sit for a moment. Let's do another one. Keep it going. Let's see if I can get 2 out of 3 going half decent. Okay, let's get the third one. That way we can get this batch dealt with. Pretty good. We got all 3. Alright, so I'm going to clean that stamp. Now, it might have worked, it might not have, and if it doesn't, it'll still be good. It'll still be really awesome. Alright, so let's reset. I got things everywhere. I'm going to put that stamp away, because now I don't need it for the rest of this card. But yeah, this Santa is so freaking cute. I gotta use it in these batch of Christmas cards. It's one of my favorite stamps. Look at that. Alright, put that off to the side. Okay, so then I'm going to prepare. Actually, no, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's lift up. So that one got hit really, really good. But it has a little bit of imperfection on it. Did I use clear or white? I did use clear. Okay. Making sure. So be very careful, because you can still shake that stuff off and not in a good way. So I'm just gonna move some of it off. Oops, I just knocked a little bit of it. I just knocked a little bit of it. That's what I mean. You don't want to touch it. You don't want to be like me and touch it. Okay, let's get the other 2 ready. So I'm just using a paintbrush to kind of help. Now, there's a tool you can get to help prep the surface. I just don't have it, so I just stick to using clear, because clear is a little more forgiving. And just tap a little. Okay, so those are good. Those are good. All right, I'm just going to put all that over. Now, when you're me, do one at a time, carefully as possible. I like to grab the bone folder to use it to kind of hold it. Okay, that's one looking seriously awesome. That's 2. And that is 3. Oh my god, I freaking love heat embossing. Oh my god, that's so fucking freaking cool. Sorry, I'm cursing. So, check that out. Now give it a feel. Now some of the excess powders kind of create a little bit of an effect, but that's okay. I don't mind with the clear. Because clear, oh my god. That one's still a little wet. Oh my god, that's so freaking cool. Okay, that one feels pretty good. So then now my table's got powder literally everywhere. This stuff gets everywhere, but it's so cool. Okay, so let's go reset a little bit because we're gonna do it again. Heat embossing again in a moment. And this powder is back in stock. Yes, on the Stampin' Up website. I love this stuff. It is my favorite stuff to use. I love the clear. There's just something so cool about the clear. All right. Oh my god. That's so cool. That's so flippin' cool. Okay, so let's prep the next one. So a piece of paper, white. The stamp, you know, wish you, let me see it here. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. All right. So, do it again. Merry Merlot again. A great old retired. Now, this might not work so well because this is a smaller stamp. Bring it over, bring it over, bring it over. Give it a good moment. Take a pause. Let it sit. Yeah, I love heat embossing, guys. It is so much fun. Clean that stamp. And we're good to go. As I ding my lamps. Alright. I'm going to put that stamp away. So again, this is a throwback to a few years ago. Paper pumpkin stamp, because they're so awesome to keep. Some demos sell them. No, I'm not selling these. These are cool. And that's all I need. Alright, so then shake that off. So that has some powder on there. So let's heat her up. Grab the cable. Turn it on. There we go. Done. So difference, what is heat embossing? You're probably half wondering if you're new to the show. Heat embossing is, I'll show you the difference. So for example, this card I made last night did not have heat embossing on it. This one, oh, that looks so. So the difference is, this is the same stamp, just different color ink. But the difference is this is just ink onto paper. This is ink onto paper, and then you throw a powder on it, and it's actually textured, embossed, and it's shiny, so it's textured. This is just paper. You know, you color the paper, so that's the difference. When I discovered heat embossing, I'm like, I love it. It's one of my favorite things. Okay, so we're done for heat embossing. So the tools for heat embossing is you need the heat gun, which, as you may have saw, you need a powder, you need some sort of ink. Now, we also have black and white powders. We also have some metallics. So generally, when you're using the other powders, like the black and the white and the metallics, you would use the Versamark ink. This ink is super, super sticky. It works really, really well with heat embossing for this technique. But me, I don't know. The clear is just so much fun because I can pick any color. But the problem with the clear is, really the problem with the ink is, you gotta have really good wet ink. I got lucky with that Merry Merlot because that's an old ink. I've had it for years. I must not have used it much because it still had a really good moistness. If you use a weak ink, it does not work. So it is challenging to use, but you know what? I think it's worth it. So, but what's fun is even though these little paper pumpkin inks, I know it was here somewhere, the Merry Merlot. I know this color is long gone, but before the colors go, you can buy the ink bottles to refill the ink. So I have a couple here colors for colors that I know I'm going to use quite frequently. And I'm slowly developing a collection of get more inks. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh, that was awesome. Now we can start assembling the card. This is the easy part. The hard part's over. All right. And with the little inks, I store them upside down because it helps keep the ink to the surface of the sponge. Anyway. All right. So then let's, even though my desk has got powder everywhere, that's okay. So let's grab all our pieces of this really beautiful card. Actually, I'm just going to bring it over. I'm just going to, whoops. I might lose all the pieces of this, right? I'm just going to give this a quick sweep off. That's also why I keep the paper down. And now that's my neighbor telling me my delivery's outside my door. It's all good. All right. So remember this beautiful card. Now the only other thing I'm going to do, and I'm not going to heat embossing, is I'm going to stamp on the back my love what you do and Stampin' Up name. Because by doing the Stampin' Up name, I can sell this card if I so choose to do so. And otherwise, it's just a habit. It looks really cool. I'm not heat embossing. Not today. Not that part. So give that a moment to dry. Just going to clean that one. And these sponges, well loved, but so worth it. Alright, put that there. Okay, so now we're going to get to it. So, card is open, card is folded, like folds is done. I'm going to take this Wishing You a Merry Christmas Happy New Year, which is textured. Flip her over. Get some stamp and seal. And get a little more on the sides because when you're heating paper and heat, if you heat it too much, you actually burn the paper. I've heard of stories, but I haven't had that happen to myself yet. But it'd be funny on a live video if I kept make a fire in here. Not so funny if I burn the house down. Let's not do that. Alrighty. Okay. So there's that. I'm just going to cap that for a moment. Now this, I'm going to put on with dimensionals. I think dimensionals is just going to make it look a little more poppy, eh? And they're here somewhere. Beautiful paper, eh? There we go. So peel off the white caps on all of this. There we go. Flip her over. And then try to center it as best I can. That's pretty good. That's looking good. And then we gotta figure out where all these pieces go. So let's bring back the 3 Marys. Because remember, one of these is a different color red. So the different color red is gonna go in the middle. Right side up. That would help too. Kind of matching the original concept. I think that looks, it's not perfect, but it just gives me a chance to start laying it. Where am I putting all these? Now the poinsettia, how this works is you gotta build it. And because I can actually see it, I can work with that. Alrighty. So I might do a stair step of the Mary. Now I'm questioning myself. I'm not sure if I like this card, but that's okay. Anyway, let's build it. But now I can see the layout. So this poinsettia, I'm first going to build it separately. Now, we're going to need some glue dots for this. So let's get some going here. And I'm going to use my take my pick tool to start layering these on. So as I put the piece on, staggered it so that way the leaves are overlapping, not one on top of the, not like one on top of the other, but like, you know, kind of like that kind of sort of. as a rough way to describe it. And just keep going. So solid, stripy, and then solid, and then stripy, and then the stymon, which I've lost already, goes on top when I find it. That was one that oh, I see it now. We kept losing it so much in our class. I was like, where'd that piece go? It's a mystery one. Liquid glue would work with this too. Just let you know. So then grab that. Grab that. Okay, so that is beautiful poinsettia ready to go. So let's bring this back to the end. I'm just going to keep my glue dots nearby in case I need them. Alright, so let's reposition all this and see if I like what we have. Now, if you're me, I'm like, you know what? That red looks a little too red-like, eh? And that's okay. I'm taking a moment because I feel like this isn't right. I think it needs something. Yeah, this looks better, in my opinion. This just looks better. See, this is the part of using scrap paper is I could do this looks awesome. I try to replicate and it doesn't seem to work, you know? Like I prefer the blue one. Okay, that's looking a little better. But it needs something, eh? Do you see it? It needs something. I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that green. We got two ways of doing this. Like across and across. Let's just see how it looks. That's the fun part of playing. I would probably make that one thinner. Yeah, there's just something better about that. But you know what? I think they need to be textured. And I think I have just the embossing folder for that, but I gotta find it. Okay. So let's cut these down. So I like the thinness of that one. So let's get my lengths figured out here. So that is but an inch. Okay. So that would be 5 inches across. Cut. So the other piece would be 7 inches across. I need to open this up. And then we're going to emboss them because it just needs a little more. That's the challenge of going with a bigger card is it needs more function to it. And I know what I want to use. Let's get this laid down. Doesn't have to be super perfect, just enough to get my pieces. Okay. I know the folder I want. I go dig into my vault of vaults. And last night I whacked this on my foot. Oopsie. Because I was trying to move some stuff and it fell and I hit my foot and I'm like, ow. Alright, bear with me a moment. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. Alright, embossing folders. Where are you? You're here somewhere. I know you're here somewhere. Because I've got some good stuff here. There you are. Got it. And whoever's watching, feel free to say hi. Feel free to private message me if you want. Okay, so I'm feeling the stripes folder here because just having some texture on that card, different texture, I think it's going to look really, really good. So stripes it is. Now this I can use the mini for, which is really, really good, which I'm going to use the mini for it. The mini machine. The big one will work as well. But the only downside is one of these pieces is going to be a little short, but that's okay. There's ways around it. Hey, Tony. Thanks for watching. I'm like, I know somebody's lurking watching tonight. All right. So let's get the little mini out. I think this is going to be good. I got to get the plates. Oh, by the way, I got to check. 3D embossing folder. There's a reason. Because for the plate, it makes a difference for the plates as I drop a whole bunch of stamps. So first it helps by looking at the plates. So I need 3D embossing, so plate 1 and plate 1 and 4. Duh. There we go. Scattered kitty. But not in that sequence. I'll fix it in a moment. Alright. So plate 1. And then take the folder. We'll do the smaller one first. Actually, we can do both at once, really. So how this is going to work is put it in. And then we'll tweak the other bit as needed. There we go. So hinge in first. I prefer it that way. Plate number 4 on top. And away we go. Oh, come on. Huh? It's a little tighty. As you can see, everything on my table's moving. Earthquake. Yes, word of advice. Don't have a piece of paper under your embossing machine. So this is a different type of embossing than the heat embossing. So look at that texture. I think that'll look really good. Now, this side, which got partially done, flip it over. And then just insert what we lost and run it again. There we go. And that's how you get both bits of that. So let's close this up. Hi, Marlene. Thanks for watching. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And as a reminder, anyone who comments on this video before next week are eligible into a draw, and one of you will win the card of the week. Now, I'll say it'll probably be this card, because this one I think is turning out quite nicely. Normally, it's the card I'm making, but because this is a special reason, I need that card, so I don't know. We'll see. I can always make it again. We'll see. There's always that possibility. Maybe I will give this one out. I don't know. So this wasn't a perfect go, but it gets the idea. So now let's look at assembling this card again, because I'm totally freestyling tonight. But having that embossed on there, I'll tuck that under. That way it kind of hides the muck up. Yeah, that's got much more character to it. If you know what I mean. So I know it's not perfect, but just to get the general idea. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now that looks like a really good card. Okay, now we know what we're doing. So now we can start gluing. So some of these will get regular glue. Some are going to get the dimensionals. but we'll see shortly. Alright, so then just try to put that on there. There we go. Then the next one. Oh, there's a doodle beside me. Hi. Actually, didn't let me just double check. I want that a really good spot. Yeah, that's good. So there we go. Kind of like a present. And I think the rest we're going to use dimensionals. Where did I put them? Oh, they're right here. They're at the table. Okay. So let's get the poinsettia down with dimensionals. So I'm just going to do it on the original section. The solid section. Hi, buddy. Oh, here's... Oh, hi, buddy. There's Buddy. Hi, good boy. Hi. This is Buddy. Yes. Oh, that was a good yawn, big guy. Oh, I love you. You gonna help Mama? Are you gonna help Mommy? Oh, hi, Buddy. All right, he's gonna help Mommy tonight. Until he takes something off the desk, we're just gonna take the microphone cable. Hi, Buddy. Good boy. And Ivy's nearby, tail thumping. Alright, so then that's gonna go... Oh, and then this one's Ivy. Come on, good girl. Say hi. Say hi. I know it's a little cut because of the way the camera is. Say hi. Everybody's saying hi tonight. You want to help Mommy? Here's your squirrel. There you go, good girl. Oh, the good Ivy. Good puppies. There we go. Can I craft, kids? Alright, so that's on quite well. And then let's reline these up exactly where I want them. There we go. So then let's glue these on with dimensionals. And then get the first one really, really good because the rest are going to kind of follow that type of layout. I feel a doodle poking me. Alright, and then the last piece, and then we are good. And this card looks really, really good. I hear puppies. They're excited. Alright, there we go. So that looks really, really good. I'm going to bring the light back in there. That looks really nice big card versus this little card, eh? Total size difference, eh? Now, we're not done yet. We got to add a little bling, okay? Then we're done, officially. So bling, bling, bling. I got a little bit of bling I have on the table here. I think I'm going to use the little beaded ones. Thank you. Yeah, that looks really good. But it's like the same kind of card, but then just kind of modify and work with the inspiration and what just pattern, like, cause I just started off with that poinsettia paper and I'm like, you know what, that looks really, really good. Let's roll with it. Alright, so then I'm going to take a little bit of bling here. I usually do things in threes, because that's just my preference. And there's a doodle who found something to chew under the desk, apparently. I'm a little concerned of what it is, but I'll find out in a bit. Alright, so then just grab these little little dot things, and then I'm going to put one right in the poinsettia. Why not? Hey, buddy. What are you chewing on? Oh, he's chewing on something. Could be paper. I'm always dropping paper in here. Alrighty. So then I was going to put one there. It could use better bling, but you know what? I think this looks good. There we go. That card is done. Awesome. It's a good one. Oh, Ivy. Hi, Ivy. Oh, careful of the kids. Do you give your paw of approval? Which one do you like better, Ivy? What do you got there, buddy? What do you both got there? He's got something, big goofy ball. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go because the kids are talking to me. Buddy, what do you got? What do you got? Alright, well, have a great night. Since I get all distracted by deals. But yeah, that looks really, really good. So, this was version 1. Oh, ow! Everybody's here. Hi, buddy! Which one do you like better? Oh. Hi! Hi, kids! Oh, aren't they so cute? Okay, so it's Doodle Fest here tonight. Hi, they're both here. They're both here. Good kids. Good kids. And that thud, 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 thud is literally Ivy's tail. She's a tail thumper everywhere. All right, kids. So, kind of recap. The quest of tonight was take this card and make a version of it bigger using other recycled papers, which I did. That worked well. The bear in the trees are from the Very Cute stamps from last year. Very, very nice. The Merry, Merry, Merry is from very old paper pumpkin stamps. The inside of this has wishing a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year from an old paper pumpkin stamps. Embossed, 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 embossed. Normal stamping. Die cut of a poinsettia flower from who knows where source. And then use the embossing folder to create the texture of that wood grain on that paper. That looks really, really good. And that's it. All right, everyone. Literally have a good night. Thank you, you 3 lovely people who commented on tonight's video. You're entered to a draw for next week. Angelique, you won last week's card, and then we'll go from there. Have a great night, everyone. Any questions, please let me know for crafting. I'd love to help you out. A crafting challenge. Find something you have and make something. Could be a coloring page, could be anything. Just create something. Have a great night. Oh, and. Like I said, if you're in Oakville this weekend, this Saturday, from 10 to 3, at the Walton Memorial Church, I'll be there crafting with the new paper pumpkin kit. Painted petals. I can't remember the names because there's so many names every month. Bye.